Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jeremy here at Extreme Weather Tracker, updating your tropical weather at 4 p.m. on June 24th, 2011. A couple things we want to talk about here in the tropics. First one being this interesting feature, a tropical wave located here just east of Honduras and Nicaragua. You can see the convection associated with this system has blown up rather nicely today, and this is moving off to the west and northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour at this time. Also, closer to home in Texas, we have an area of disturbed weather here in the southern Gulf of Mexico, and that's associated with this old frontal boundary that's still draped back into the Gulf of Mexico here across the eastern United States. Um, this area here, the models have backed off of it quite a bit, and don't expect to see much development out of this, and mainly it's because of the interaction with land at this time. It's moving very close to land, and most of the, as you can tell, most of the convection is off to the east side, so we have some chance of development, but at this point I think it's highly unlikely that we see anything strong out of this. The center of this is somewhere in this area here, and it's going to continue to move off to the west and northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's very possible that this old frontal boundary being located in this area here, it's possible that with this weakness in the this trough in here, that this thing could gain a little bit of latitude and get lifted a little farther north before crossing the Yucatan. I still think there's a good chance that it does get into the Bay of Campeche sometime early this next week, where the chances of it developing into something would be a little greater at that time. I also want to show you um, another map that I have. This is the Gulf of Mexico satellite, and like I was saying earlier, you can see the broad area of convection in the southern Gulf of Mexico, and like I said, this is basically due to this old frontal boundary setting out here, and this is the very tail end of the front, so you're seeing a lot of fire up of convection in that area, and it's an interesting area, something we'll just have to be watching for over the next couple of days. I also want to show you the shear map. This is the shear for the current shear tendencies for the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico, and as you can see, the area where our little disturbance is setting is right on the edge of a pretty fair amount of shear here, and not affecting it a whole lot, but as it moves on off to the west northwest, I believe the shear will be more relaxed, and then as it gets in the Gulf of or the Bay of Campeche rather, I think it'll have a better chance of development at that time. Um, Also, I want to show you this is the upper air pattern, and as you can see, if it stays with current trends and our area of disturbed weather is in this area here, then it will continue to move off to the west and northwest very, very slowly, and enter the Bay of Campeche somewhere around Monday afternoon. The models have all backed off of this, and I believe the reason that they're doing that is because they're keeping it so far south. They're just keeping it basically over Mexico, and then so it wouldn't be able to develop at all. But I still believe there's a chance this thing could go further north than what the models are indicating, and possibly get into the Bay of Campeche, where development is a little bit more likely. Also, one more thing I want to show you. This is interesting here. This is the GFS long range, and this is valid for Wednesday, July the 6th. Now, and the GFS is showing a large, maybe tropical storm here just off the southeast coast, the coast of southeast Texas, and this is coming up on the 1st of July, and I'm rather skeptical at this point because first off, there's going to be a blocking ridge of high pressure sitting right over Texas, and I just don't think that this system would move due north into that blocking ridge. That just seems fishy to me. But like I said, once again, there's a lot of variables at play, and we'll definitely have to be keeping an eye on the system. And but once again, we'll just have to watch and see what happens. One other thing that's bothering this Caribbean feature is also an area of convection in the eastern Pacific here, and these two areas are basically battling each other. You can see basically the monsoonal flow is in this area here, and you have more vorticity basically in this area here than we have with our Caribbean system. But so they're basically battling each other for the convection. You don't see much convection over the land here, but it's mostly either in the southwestern Caribbean or in the eastern Pacific. So we'll see which one of these basically wins as this system moves on off to the north and west. So once again, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day, and I hope you keep checking back. We'll keep updating as we deem necessary. Once again, this is Jeremy at Extreme Weather Tracker. You guys have a great day.